Ladies and gentlemen, here is the GPT. Keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. You have two GPTs, and you're going to have, when you look at the links underneath this video and the previous video on this subject, you're going to have two prompts that you can take and redo and make to say whatever you want, but they're designed along the legal framework and getting things done. Now, see, format these 7 case laws into a blue book. Let's see that. I don't know what it's going to do. And it's taking these cases and formatting them. So it says the blue book format court cases, please upload. Give me 1 second. No, you'll provide the 7 cases from the Supreme Court from the state of Oregon. And it may give me a problem again, but I was okay with that, because the fact that it's doing that right there lets me know that it is following its prompts. Ta-da! Now this is me testing it for the first time after I've done it, because I did, let me copy this just in case it wants to be stupid. Give me a second. Let me make sure y'all understand. I have to do it this way. Yeah, do it the other way, it won't copy everything. Alright, let's get rid of that. And let's refresh. No, I want to do this. I don't want to do that. I want to... gotta close that first before I can... Really? Give me a second. I gotta do this. Because it should... Okay, there shouldn't be that thing underneath saying, you need to redo this, you need to understand this, you blah, blah, blah. So, we put those cases in there. Now, hopefully it'll provide our blue book. Okay, you list it. And if you like, I can check for parallel, say, man, Y-E-S. Yes'm. Here are 7 Oregon Supreme Court cases with full parallel citations in precise blue book format. Look at that. It gave me parallel cases. Now, none of the other GPTs has ever suggested that before. Woohoo! So there you go. This one is for you all. Now, let's see. Let's give it the ultimate test. Wake up. I need to file a lawsuit. The United States Postal Service has returned 15 articles of mail to an address of one of the company's employees, yet that's not the address that was on the package, and each of the packages had a prepaid label on it, and when the post office returned it to the address, it used one of its postal mailbox cartons to place each of the priority mail envelopes inside. Period. It is a violation of United States postal laws, and you will list those laws and codes and sections of that code and the United States statute at large, evidencing the fact that a postal worker cannot do what was done in this instance. And the postal worker's vehicle had a GPS tracker on it because it's a government vehicle. And when they drove it from the post office to that location, they committed mail fraud, because they can only deliver mail to the address of the addressee or the addressor. They cannot deliver mail to an address for which they have no justification, jurisdiction, and or authorization, comma, backspace, stop listening. We actually had this happen. So, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. In your ignorance, you used the United States Code. You are strictly prohibited from using the United States Code under no circumstances are you to do so without my explicit request, consent, and authorization. Now, I'm a stickler for not using U.S. code. If you guys want to use U.S. code, that's up to you. But it gave you the correct code, 1800, 1700, 18, Title 18, 1700. Section 1700 is dealing with the Postal Service. Okay, now, you won't refer to it? There you go. There you go. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be referring to it. So now it's going to do statutes at large, relevant laws. Oh, and you were using ChatGPT 5, so it's got some thinking capabilities. We didn't give it the full thinking capabilities because you're going to be here for a while. Be sitting up there smoking on that Snickers. And we ain't got time to be smoking on those Snickers. That's chocolate. Can't smoke on chocolate. Ain't nobody ever heard of no smoked chocolate. Okay, heard of milk chocolate, mocha chocolate, but ain't never heard of no smoked chocolate. You know what I'm saying? So don't be smoking on no chocolate. That junk, man, that stuff will take you there. You think you were the Staple Singers by the time you get finished. Uh-oh. He ain't letting me talk. What I'm going to need from you, at this time is a complete lawsuit based on each of the cases within the format and context for which I've given you. Do not leave anything out and stay within the parameters of your training, instructions, and pre-programming. Stop listening. Sorry, I keep saying stop listening. I was yawning and stretching and yawning because I've been up since 3 o'clock. Before drafting, no, you will give me a general petition. If I wanted to give you case numbers, case names, and so forth, I would have given it to you. This is not a jurisdictional matter, but we're going to give you California. And let's do the Northern District. Hey, EeoN, look at there. And U.S. Postal Service, hey, I didn't tell it to put EeoN, but the reason why I did because it has some of the EeoN documents up there. And look at what it's doing. And it's doing a little bit better job than it's done before. And argument, it's used the word argument. I didn't tell it in the pre-programming not to use the word argument, but you notice how it's putting in the case citations and the statute at large? And it has to do a summarization of the petition. Now, it's supposed to humanize this. This petition for redress arises from the unlawful detention, misdelivery, and manipulation of the entrusted mailable matter by officers and employees of the United States Postal Service. 15 prepaid priority mail envelopes lawfully accepted by the carrier. Now, we filed a complaint with them. This is an actual true case. Now, it used the word submitted. You're going to take this and place it in a dialog box. You're going to remove submitted, and you're going to give us more details as to what the courts have said in similar matters where the Postal Service has failed to deliver mail in a fashion in which they were ordered to do so, and the summarization is too short. What? These are the freaky tales, okay, that I know so well. I met this, and her name was Karen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all met Karen, haven't y'all? Everybody has met a Karen. Too Short told me about Miss Karen. What? Sorry. Apologize. Went back to the 80s with that one. Hey, you ain't supposed to be listening to no freaky tales, so y'all stay away from that junk. That was back in the day. I don't listen to that no more. That was back in the day. That was in them, yeah, well, you know, days. Well, we ain't in them, yeah, well, you know, days no more. So y'all don't be listening to nobody's freaky tales, okay? Lord have mercy. And I didn't say ready for the world. I ain't say nothing about needing, respectfully filed. Hey, I ain't seen that one before, but I'm going to let them have it. Ooh, wait, hold on. He was supposed to put it in the dialogue box, but we're okay. Officers 15 prepaid, blah, 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 blah. So, there you go. Eventually, we're going to have to bring our suit against the Postal Service because the Postal Service is not a government agency. Pay attention. United States Postal Service does not receive any government funding. It is a private corporation, a for-profit corporation. They have no sovereignty rights. You go into the building, they say federal building, federal property. That's a lie. Shh. Don't tell nobody. That's a lie. That's postal property. Okay? Just want to let you know. Those are franchises. Shh. Don't tell nobody. It's a secret. But this is letting you know what the app will do. Oh, by the way, I want y'all to hold on. Look, I didn't have to, you see the little purples? I didn't have to do a lot of talking with this one today. All the other ones I had to. So this one is for y'all. This ain't for me. Okay? This one is for y'all. This took 4 hours to prepare this GPT for y'all. So you're going to get the link to the GPT and you're going to get the link for the items. Okay? Now look, I got to go because having a Coke and a smile, it ain't what it used to be. Y'all take care.